Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another great day in our city. This is a great day, right? You can say that's right. You want to see how city government works? Like the city manager was here telling me all the things not to mess up with right before we did this. So I want you to know that I am very proud today to be along with my fellow city councilors to mark this grand reopening of our completed Main Street. We have come a long way since it all started on September 29th, 2009, when we began a dream of a safer, accessible, and more vibrant downtown. Then, in June of 2012, the dream started to become a possible reality. The city was awarded a $4.71 million Tiger Grant from the U.S. Department of Transportation. And I want to thank Undersecretary Anderson. Thank you so much. Anybody brings money, you thank a lot. For investing and believing in our community. That award would not have been possible without the vision of my fellow city councilors, the excellent work of city staff, and putting the application together. And I can't say this, and I want to emphasize, because I truly can't say this strongly enough, the absolute unwavering of the advocacy of Senator Shaheen. It would not have happened without her assistance. And lastly, and not to be understated, the support of our local business community. They made it happen. From the outset, the City Council was adamant that this project, in the heart of our downtown, truly involved every stakeholder. The first thing we did was establish a project advisory committee, chaired by Steve Dupree, and I'm pleased to see several other members of our committee here today. That committee met 14 times over 2.5 months, taking testimony and helping to make this more than just a road and sidewalk project. Their goal was to make this project truly transformative. One cannot achieve that level of transformation unless a wide cross-section of the community is also on board. And the project ultimately had over 70 public meetings, where participants were able to significantly influence the project and what it entailed, how it would look, and how it would be built. Some days I didn't think it was ever going to happen. Everyone worked together to get the questions answered, to make adjustments, and to iron out differences. Our Main Street project truly was a model for what can be done when people actually talk things out in a civil fashion. And I challenge you to find another community with that level of authenticity of public participation. Throughout this process, we were able we were thankful to have the active participation of the Greater Concord Chamber of Commerce, who helped raise $720,000 in tax credits, and the Community Development Finance Authority for awarding those credits. So thank you to Nannu and to Taylor for being here. We're also privileged to have the cooperation of our downtown merchants and businesses through the Concord Merchant Roundtable and In Town Concord. When we finally got to the actual construction process, I know we couldn't have made a better choice than selecting Severino Trucking as our contractor. Severino staff worked by a very specific code, and they were not just contractors. They became part of our actual fabric of our community. Stories of Severino's employees assisting our retailers with deliveries, providing directions, and being friendly, yes, and literally at times helping people across the street, and that became the norm. Where else? That's right. And to that end, where else do you find a major street construction project where the impacted businesses and property owners actually throw a barbecue for the contractors? Right here in our Main Street projects. So finally, I'd also like to recognize the city's project team, and I think we assembled a great group. First, our city staff who worked tirelessly from day one. They attended all those public meetings I talked about earlier and more. They made changes to details from meeting to meeting, and they brought the project on schedule, and yes, under budget. I'd particularly like to recognize our city engineer, Ed Roberge, and our project superintendent, Greg Mahar. There were unimaginable amount of moving parts to coordinate, and they did an outstanding job. I'd like to also recognize our design team, headed by McFarland Johnson and Carol Johnson. I think it absolutely looks fabulous out here. I'd also like to, that's right. I'd also like to recognize the communications firm of Lewis, Carno & Company, Hiring a PR firm was uncharted territory for the City Council, but it turned out to make a tremendous difference. And thanks to the hard work of Brett St. Clair and Alex McIntyre, we made sure that the public knew what to expect and when. As Brett would say, the goal was to have a community be players in our project, not simply spectators, and that definitely proved to be the case. So now, after everyone worked so hard, what do we have to show for it? Well, formerly we had 4 lanes, unsafe roadway. Now, a beautiful 2-lane street with an authentic cobblestone median and a highly visible crosswalks. We had an infamous double-step curb along the west side of Main Street. Now, an at-grade sidewalk. 15, and this is really important to, I think, the whole community and myself, 15 previously inaccessible storefronts now open to all in our community. A dark and less inviting corridor at night, now a comfortable place to walk, illuminated by 98 new light fixtures and attractive accent lighting. New and prominent areas for public art and assembly. Wide sidewalks and enhanced opportunities for outside dining, complete with 6 areas of sidewalk snow melt systems. An element of significant eliminating overhead power lines. And a beautiful wayfinding signs that include fascinating accounts of Concord's history. The project has also spurred other improvements, such as the replacement of pavers and luminaries in Eagle Square and the new landscaping along the State House Arch and memorials that you can all witness over here. As a result of all these changes, we are seeing more visitors downtown, and we've seen a spike in business development. We've had 13 new businesses open in the last year, and 2 new market rate residential projects are underway currently. I am confident that there is more on the way. So thank you all for being here to celebrate this milestone firsthand. And at last, I wanted 2 special thank yous. One, to the Concord High Marching Band for helping us celebrate. Thank you very much. And secondly, I hope you don't mind, but I picked this one gentleman out because I think it actually brings together everything we all feel. I want to give a special thanks to Carl Smith from Capital City Audio. He has no idea I'm going to say this. When Carl heard about the ceremony, he contacted us saying that he's a lifelong resident of Concord, and he thinks the Main Street Project is great. And not only did he think it was great, but he wanted to be part of the ceremony, and to doing so, he volunteered to provide and run our sound system for free. So thank you so much. I believe that Concord Complete Streets Project is going to be a game changer, like so many of you, in our downtown Concord. And I think that's good, not only for our downtown, but for a whole city. Ms. Simpson, who is going to sing our national anthem. So, the only person who can truly evolve. So you can all join us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
So thank you all for being here, and it is now a real honor and privilege for me to be able to introduce our United States Senator, Jeanne Shaheen.
Well, thank you very much, Mayor, and what a great crowd here in Concord this afternoon. I can tell something momentous is happening, and it's so nice to see the Concord High Marching Band. See, I was in the band, so I especially appreciate those uniforms. Those are terrific. Mayor Bouley, Undersecretary Anderson, distinguished guests, all of the citizens of Concord and surrounding communities who are here. This is indeed a proud day for not just Concord, but for the entire Granite State, because Concord's Main Street is also New Hampshire's Main Street. And now I realize that this event is officially the Main Street Project closing ceremony, but really in so many ways it's just the beginning. And I remember last year when we broke ground in the rain, that we were also observing the 250th anniversary of Governor Benning Wentworth renaming the city of Concord. And I think it spoke to the challenge of this project to preserve the historic character and charm that is Concord's Main Street, but also creating a 21st century Main Street that is equally welcoming to pedestrians, to cyclists, to motorists, and to all of those who are sitting outside in those outdoor tables enjoying the beauty of this city. Now, as we can see so well this afternoon, you all have succeeded magnificently. And you know, just looking at the street lights, at the trees that have been added that are so beautiful, it really speaks to the historic character of this city. And I have so much admiration for the way that you've come together. Mayor Bouley talked about all of the meetings that happened and all of the people who were engaged in this project. You did this the New Hampshire way, nonpartisan, private-public partnership, working together, the state, federal, and local level, on time and on budget. That's the best part, right? But you know, I think one of the most exciting things about this project is that it was also an opportunity to re-envision downtown Concord and to get a lot of people engaged in that effort, and to think about this project as a way to recatalyze economic development in the city. As the mayor said, you've already seen all of the new businesses that have come in since this project began a year and a half ago. And that's how ambitious this project has been and what it's really all about. It's about opportunities and possibilities for the people of Concord. Let me also again welcome Blair Anderson, the #3 official at the U.S. Department of Transportation, because without the engagement of the Department of Transportation, without that Tiger grant, I have been a big supporter of the Tiger program, this project probably would not have been possible. The success of the Main Street Project is really a terrific illustration of the importance of investing in our communities, of investing in our state and investing in this nation. When we invest in infrastructure projects like this, we invest in our future economic prosperity, we invest in a better New Hampshire, and we invest in a better America. So, thank you. So again, I salute all of you who have been involved in this project. Congratulations for a job well done.
Next, I want to introduce our U.S. Undersecretary of Transportation, Blair. But before I ask him to come up, I simply want to recognize one of my favorite people in the audience, everybody in this crowd's favorite person in this audience, and that is our New Hampshire Commissioner of DOT, Victoria Sheehan. Because the communication, the relationship with the state and the federal government was absolutely seamless to this project. And the Commissioner and the Undersecretary, they made it happen. And I want to make sure that she gets an applaud as well. Thank you so very, very much. And now, Mrs. Undersecretary.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here today. So it's always nice to come after you give somebody money to actually get to come and see what the project looks like. It kind of tickles us to be able to do that. And I'm going to admit something. I probably shouldn't admit this. When I was first asked to come up here, I was like, okay, 4 o'clock ribbon cutting, 4 o'clock opening. They're gonna miss all the press. Like, what's going on? But like coming here and seeing the crowd that's here and seeing the amount of enthusiasm and excitement, clearly I had missed the point. It was much bigger than that. So it's really I'm very excited to be here today. It's my pleasure, and it's an honor to be here to celebrate the opening of the Concord Downtown Complete Streets Project. So obviously, I'd love to congratulate Senator Shaheen, Mayor Bouley. They've done tremendous work, the rest of the team. I'd also like to point out one other person in the crowd, our division administrator, standing over there, if you could raise your hand, next to your commissioner. So he's the one who actually does the work on the ground for us. So this project is an excellent example of how important it is and to make smart investment decisions that transform our transportation systems so that they work for the people they serve. At US DOT, this is something we're focused on empowering through a number of different programs, including the Tiger Grant program that's been referenced so far today. Over 8 rounds of Tiger, the department has held and has provided $5.1 billion to 481 projects around the country to improve the nation's transportation infrastructure. This has leveraged state, local, and private capital to fund nearly $36 billion in infrastructure projects around the country. Today, we get to see firsthand what successful funding and planning can turn into, and what that planning can do when you have an ambitious vision to make ambitious transportation projects. Because of the promise to improve safety and the quality of life here for Concord residents, the department was able to see and recognize that vision and provide $4.1 million through the Tiger program to bring this vision to life. The project not only makes changes to reduce crashes and improve the line of sight for drivers, it provides greater access for bicyclists and pedestrians in the downtown community. It also increases local activity at the local businesses. So on this latter point, the activity at the businesses, I will admit I also had the pleasure of getting here a couple hours early and was able to sit in one of the cafes and watch the people take advantage of the new improvements. And as a safety professional, I was particularly tickled to see everybody using the stop walks, but more importantly, the cars stopping for the people at the stop walks. So they're not always that polite in other places I've seen. So the last thing I wanted to mention is that this project, we're particularly impressed with the utilization of the state-of-the-art snowmelt system. So this will reduce maintenance and service and winter operations by nearly $600,000. So overall, the Concord Downtown Complete Streets Project is a win for all of its residents, and we think is a model for the rest of the country. So with that, I'd like to once again congratulate the mayor, Senator Shaheen, and the rest of the city for the great work and the great project you put together.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce Taylor Caswell, the Executive Director of New Hampshire Community Development Finance Authority.
Good afternoon. A major strategy for us at CDFA is to invest in community downtowns across the state. And somebody might ask, well, why do you do that? Well, we do that to answer a couple of easy questions. One, how can we attract new local businesses? How can we provide jobs for local residents? How can we attract more people to live in the community? How can we make what we have here unique and special compared to other communities? And how can we keep more of the money spent in our town in our local economy? When we build communities where people want to live and work, we build communities where people seek to make financial, social, and personal investments. And when we have that, we have a strong, resilient, flexible economy that reflects a community, its people, its surroundings, and its employers. To us, that's the mark of a true community downtown in New Hampshire, and one of many that we have across the state. So I just wanted to come and say that and congratulate the City of Concord and all the people that have been involved in this project. We are truly proud to have been part of this and to be one of the funding partners through the CDFA tax credit program, which you referenced earlier. We allocated $700,000 worth of tax credits, which I think I said at the last cutting of ribbons that we had, that it was the quickest sale of tax credits we've seen in quite a long time. So congratulations to the city and to the chamber for selling those credits so quickly. But with all of that, and with being able to answer all the questions that I mentioned there, I feel very safe in saying that Concord is now our #1 example in the state of New Hampshire as to how to redo a downtown and how to rebuild your community and revitalize your economy. So congratulations to everybody.
And he doesn't just talk the talk. His office is right downtown. He walks the walk. So now it's my pleasure to introduce, on behalf of the Greater Concord Chamber of Commerce, Nannu Nobis.
Good afternoon. So on behalf of the Greater Concord Chamber of Commerce and our 900+ member firms from Concord and surrounding communities, it's my great pleasure to be here today, promoting this beautiful capital region as a visitor destination and a great place to do business has been one of the Chamber's key goals, and this Main Street redevelopment project has been a critical part to achieving that goal. So thank you very much, Senator Shaheen, the Department of Transportation, Mayor Bouley, and everyone else for making this happen. Many of our member firms are located here on Main Street and have endured the challenge of 18 months of construction, but they've done it with a smile, and I think all of our member firms, Main Street and outside Main Street, are really thrilled with the outcome. We're especially grateful to the City of Concord and the community at large for engaging the Chamber right from the onset, hearing our concerns, accepting our suggestions, and in general, just listening to us right from the beginning, in the planning, in the development, in the discussions about funding, and finally, in the overall construction of this amazing project. The results speak for themselves. It drives right, it bikes right, it walks right, it parks right, and it just feels good. So thank you again. Simply put, the project says, welcome to the capital region. So again, thank you very much, and to all of you, welcome.
And now if you could all join me in welcoming Gerry Carrier, he's the chair of the Concord Merchant Roundtable.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gerry Carrier, and I'm here representing the Downtown Merchants Roundtable. First, I'd like to thank all of you for coming here today and hope that you continue to visit our beautiful downtown and shop downtown Concord throughout the holidays and thereafter. The merchants have been waiting for this day for a very long time. We have been directly involved with this project since the beginning, concerned about safety, cost, design, and impacts on our community. Things have certainly changed, and we are now very excited to show off our wonderful walk-friendly, safe, and beautiful downtown. The merchants want to express their appreciation to Mayor Bouley, our city manager, and the city council for the continued open process and discussion throughout the construction stages of this project. We are also very thankful that with the cooperation of Severino Construction and engineering from the city, we have been able to hold our 3-day annual Market Days summer event on Main Street for the past 2 years. Without this major event each year, many small stores downtown would not be able to order their fall inventory. It was critical. Of course, none of this would have been possible if it were not for the support from U.S. Undersecretary of Transportation Blair Anderson and Senator Jeanne Shaheen. Thank you very much. This is a very important time of the year for many of the merchants and an opportunity for the local community to come together for family fun, entertainment, eating great food, and our new sidewalks and local shopping. You, our customers and supporters, are appreciated by your local businesses, and we hope that you continue to visit your favorite stores and restaurants as we celebrate our Main Street. Over the past year and a half, the local businesses downtown have collected over $10,000 and worked hundreds of volunteer hours to purchase the wreaths, create hundreds of red bows, and arrange for music, actually going to be delivered by Carl here, during the holiday seasons. So this should create a fantastic atmosphere for holiday shopping. Again, we thank the City of Concord for their support in hanging the 200 wreaths that decorate Main Street. So please join us this December as we fill the street with holiday music and plenty of fantastic gifts for your holiday wish list. And we hope that you continue to enjoy your time in our beautiful downtown. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Gerry. Now it's my pleasure to introduce you, and he does not know this, but he is one of my absolute heroes on this project. And why is that? Because when anybody came to complain to me about this project, I said, yeah, you just want to see Tim. So, from Severino Trucking, Tim Schaff.
Are there any Marines out there? Semper Fi, happy birthday. I'd like to start by expressing my deepest gratitude to everyone involved in making the downtown project not only a reality, but a success. Thank you to Ron and Tom Severino for the opportunity and the experience to work this amazing project. This project couldn't have been executed without the support from our suppliers and our subcontractors, so thank you to all of you. I'd like to especially thank all the wonderful people I met during my downtown journey. I was fortunate to have daily interactions with a lot of the locals, the merchants, and they all had their own smiles, questions, words of praise, concerns, and most of all, the sheer involvement is what made this more of a personal experience for me than a professional one. I think I speak for my entire team, although they couldn't be here, that you made us feel a part of your community, which was outstanding. After working in multiple downtown projects, I've come to learn and appreciate that communication is one of the most important aspects for a successful project, not only among our ranks, but up and down the chain of command as well. Also with the local public, the passerbys, and the store owners. Our success is a direct result from all the efforts by Louis Carno and Associates. So I'd like to thank Mr. Brett St. Clair, Alex McIntyre, and their entire staff for doing an outstanding job getting our message out loud and clear week after week. Job well done. Now, I couldn't wrap this up without a special thank you to the Ambassador of Downtown Concord, Mr. Mark Siborowski. Thank you, sir, for your hospitality, generosity, encouragement, praise, support, and friendship. And forgive me if I continue to call you sir. I hope everyone is proud of their new downtown and enjoys it for years to come. Thank you all for the opportunity to be part of this amazing city. Thank you.
And last on the list, I'd like to welcome our board president of In-Town Concord, who brings to you many, many wonderful events throughout the year and really is kind of the glue to downtown oftentimes, Elyssa Alfieri.
Hello, Concord. My name is Elyssa Alfieri. I own Elyssa Designer Resale on Store Street. I am currently serving as president of the board of directors for In-Town Concord, and I'm also on the steering committee and I'm past chair of the Concord Young Professional Network, so you can say I love Concord. In-Town Concord, if you're not familiar with us, we bring you downtown events like Halloween Howl, Midnight Merriment, the Upstairs Downtown Tour, and the beloved Market Days every year. On behalf of In-Town Concord, I just want to extend our gratitude and our congratulations to everyone that was involved in this project. We are so, so proud of our new Main Street, so thank you. I was asked to speak because of In-Town Concord, but also because I have been a downtown Concord diehard for quite some time. I have worked in downtown Concord for 8 years, lived in downtown Concord for 3 years, and now own my own business in downtown Concord. So I truly believe in this community, and I truly believe in this downtown and what it can accomplish, and I am very thankful for the opportunity to stand up here and brag about us for you guys, so thank you. This is a big undertaking. I heard Mayor Bouley mention that this has been in the works since 2009. I've been attending meetings since 2009, and I hope I didn't attend all 70 of them. That's insane. But that is a big deal. That is a lot of people that came together and were really closely involved and participant in this, and that is a really impressive thing about this downtown, and I think a bunch of people have already spoken about how close-knit we are and what a great vibe we have in this downtown, but I think that really speaks to what a testament this project was and how many people were really closely a part of that, so thank you. When I made the decision to purchase a business in downtown Concord, it was in part because of projects like the Main Street Project and because of organizations like the Chamber of Commerce in In-Town Concord, the Merchant Roundtable. There's infinite levels of support that you can get in this community if you want to get involved, and I think that that is one of the many reasons why people keep coming back to this downtown. Yes, they will come to check us out now because it's really beautiful and we did a great job, but I think that they will keep coming back because of the people downtown, the ones that are running the businesses, the ones that you run into when you're crossing the street and that sit next to you in the cafes. And I really think that that is one of the best things about this project. So I'm going to stop talking because I think everybody has said it all, but thank you very much, congratulations, and welcome to Main Street.
We may be on time and under budget with this project, but I'm a little behind schedule, so we're going to keep it moving. I want to draw, for those who can, I would like to draw your attention over to the middle in front of the arch. We thought it would be very appropriate for Ron and Tom Severino to finish off this project with one last thing, and that is an unveiling of our new medallion, and the granite medallion. So, gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind.